Welcome to Fallout 76. This is Jim. In this video, we're going to take a look at the weekly challenges that we got. Starts today, Tuesday, October 22nd, goes to next Tuesday, October 29th, 2024. Let's take a look at this week's weekly challenges and see what we got. Alright, we got some good ones here. Some nice Halloween ones here as well. I have many videos on my channel that will help you guys out to give you different ideas, different locations, easy areas, hard areas over there. If you're a brand spanking new player to the game, if you're a returning player, even if you're an experienced player, there's a particular daily, weekly challenge that's giving you a hard time or trouble. I'm sure you'll find a video on my channel that will help you. Try to keep my videos as updated as I possibly can. Of course, you guys are awesome, the great comments and tips, which are greatly appreciated. Okay, so today being Tuesday, October 22nd, 2024, we just received a pretty good sized update. I received a 14.53 gigabyte. I'm on the Xbox Series X. The maintenance break was quite long. I'm about 2 hours behind, and hopefully we can get through this video unscathed here. I will be a little late with some videos here. I'll have to post tomorrow, as I do have to work tonight. You will notice I have quite a bit of score going on here. If you take a look at the top right hand corner of the screen, I have a 50% boost going on right now. So I have a natural 25% for being a Fallout First member. Of course, I claimed that right off the Season 18 Season Pass, and of course I use the Score Booster drink, which gives me an extra 25% for 24 hours. We can only use one Score Booster drink at a time, and I did that during the Daily Challenge video, which we did a little bit before this. Alright, so we do again have daily challenges, which have these stars, these Halloween type challenges. So build a candy bowl and give out candy from your Camp 1. This one here, trick or treat from another player's candy bowl 5. And this one here, kill Spooky Scorched 5 as well. Now these dailies will tie into the weekly challenges here, and as you can see, this one here, Halloween Complete Give Out Candy Daily Challenge, so 1 for 3. This one here, Halloween Complete Trick or Treat Daily Challenge, 1 for 3, right? And of course, we got this one down here, the Halloween Spooky Scorched Repeatable, 50. So I did get 5 of them. And as you can see, 50. So basically what happens is that when you complete 50, you'll be getting the carry weight booster times 3. And once it repeats itself again, there's a good chance you'll get a different type of reward there. So FYI. And of course, if we go down here to the events section, we have this one here. Halloween Complete Give Out Candy Weekly Challenge is 0 for 2. Halloween Complete Trick or Treat Weekly Challenge is 0 for 2. And then this one here, Halloween Complete Trick or Treat and Give Out Candy Weekly Challenges 2. Okay, and those are the special rewards that you can get there. The Jack-o'-lantern dress, the blood punch bowl, and the Mothman eyes wall lights. Just an FYI. And these special rewards that we get, you don't normally see these reappear ever again. Like you don't never see them in the Atomic Shop rotation. So just an FYI, if you're looking to get one of these bad boys, you'll have to complete these daily weekly challenges for this week. Right, so just an FYI there. Okay, and of course they have the star next to them, and the star means we cannot re-roll them as well. Okay, let's take a look here. Build anything in a workshop or Camp 25. Now we can go ahead and claim any old workshop. Any old workshop will do on the map. Once you reclaim it, you can go ahead and build anything, or you can just build anything right here in your camp. A lot of people like to add or modify to their camp when these pop up, because they pop up quite often, and there's definitely nothing wrong with that. Or you can just go ahead and build anything and then scrap it, and that's what we're going to do here in this video. We go to our build menu. Of course, you can build anything at all, and again, you go ahead and add or modify to your camp if you so wish. I prefer to go down here to crafting, craft these little punch card machines, because as you can see, they cost us nothing at all to craft. Just going ahead and we're going to just go ahead and craft some. We may have to scrap a couple at the same time. And as you can see, they cost us nothing at all. So it's a pretty good little thing you can build. And then when you scrap them, you don't get anything in return, obviously, because it doesn't cost you anything at all to craft them. Okay, let's build some more here. I'm going to have to go into my settings because, as I mentioned during the daily challenge video, for whatever reason, the update messed around with my audio and the display for some reason. I do have to work tonight. I did make a slight modification to the audio, so hopefully the audio is a little bit better here in this video. But yeah, it was like real. The music was really loud in the last video. Even though I tried to make adjustments there, they just weren't good enough. But everything is timestamped, everything in these videos to help you guys out. All right, what's next here? I think they let this one here, collect purified water 25. So we could find purified water randomly throughout the game. I have tried to make a video in the past and failed because, again, purified water just shows up. Depends on the server that you're on, depends on if there's other people on the server. So that's why it's always good to have a water purifier or these vintage water coolers. Now, a lot of people were successful getting the vintage water cooler. About 2 months ago, we had the Festive Scorched in town. And it's like one of those summertime, July kind of deals there. Jokes that Bethesda like to do, but some of you were successful getting a vintage water cooler. Now, if you ever come across a vintage water cooler in someone's vendor, I highly recommend you purchase it. You can always contact them, message them if they can decrease the price, and hopefully get yourself a vintage water cooler. But they're really nice. They're nice and small. They're compact. You can stack them on top, and each one collects 2 purified water passively while you play the game. All right, let's go ahead. We're going to collect some purified water here. I have bunch of these in every single one of my camps. Get some more out here as well. Turn the light on here so we can see what we're doing. There we go, that purified water. Now, I didn't always have these vintage water coolers. I would say, maybe about 2 years ago or so. What I had was the OG ones. Go to your build menu, go down to the water section. Right here. So we have these guys here. So you learn these very early on in the game when you follow the overseer in those very early on quests, and you get these plans. Okay, now they do cost a lot of resources to build. They do require quite a bit of power. However, this is all you have. It's all you have. And again, they collect passively 2 purified water while you play the game. For the longest time, this is all I had too. Okay, until I got my hands on that water cooler. So just an FYI there. All right, what's next here? Now let's go ahead and collect caps, 2,500. So there's many different ways we can collect caps here in the game. You can go ahead and wait for people to come to your vendor and buy something, but of course they could take forever doing that. Of course, you can also do events. You can do daily quests. You can get caps that way. That's a good way of doing it for sure. You can join a team, and you'll get caps if you have a team member doing events. That's a good way of doing it as well. Another thing you can do is going after Radtoads. Radtoads are a good source of caps. And of course, a good spot up here, if you come up here to Morgantown Airport, there's a lot of Scorched up here. If you're lucky enough to spawn in Collision Course, there's more Scorched that shows up, so there's a lot of weapons and armor and chems you can pick up. And it's close right by to this Morgantown station. Just go ahead. Don't worry about being overweight. Just go ahead and sell it to the NPC vendor. You can definitely do it that way as well. Same exact thing down here in Welsh. We have all kinds of mole miners with the shotguns, combat shotguns, gauntlets, missile launchers. It is better to come down here because a lot of the stuff fetches for about 19 caps and up. So of course you don't have to worry about being overweight because you have a train station right there. You don't fast travel, you just walk up to the train station. You can do that a couple of times. Now you're limited by the amount of caps that the vendor has. So it might take you a couple days to do it, but you can definitely do it that way if you so wish. All right. Now another thing you got to remember when you are collecting caps, especially a large amount like 2,500, see the bottom right-hand corner of the screen. In my case, 34,905. Okay. So you have to make sure you have enough room in your own purse to collect those caps, because if you're maxed out, which is 40,000, and even though you're selling stuff, it's not going to count as a daily challenge. Okay, so that's something you can do. You have to keep that in mind. What we're going to incorporate here today, we're actually going to use the Season Pass. All right, so this is Season 18 Season Pass, and there are some sections on here we can claim some caps. Now, back in the day when we had the scoreboards, we had the smaller sections like 250, 500, 1,000 caps. But nowadays we have the Season Pass, so they're kind of grouped together in these 5,000 cap area. So that's why I always mention if you're going to claim it, especially for a daily challenge, make sure you have the room for the 5,000 caps so you're not wasting your tickets, right? Let's go ahead. We're going to pay 10 tickets and buy 5,000 caps here, and we're going to finish off this weekly challenge just so I can show you. Right, so we got our 5,000 caps. You see there we go. Collect caps 2,500 for 2,500, just like that. So I just wanted to kind of show people that how we can utilize a scoreboard to our advantage, okay? And that's why I usually kind of save that stuff to the end, is we'll always end up getting a weekly or daily where we have to collect caps or stamps or gold bullion or script or something like that, and you can utilize a season pass, right? And just use your tickets if you so wish. All right, what's next here? Go ahead, collect Stimpaks or Chems. So there's many great spots for Stimpaks and Chems. Of course, anywhere around humans, such as Blood Eagles, such as Cultists. Really good spot is Point Pleasant. Point Pleasant is a really good spot for all that stuff. Every other Cultist will have Stimpaks on them. There's Chems all over this place. It's a really good spot. Okay, pretty good spots down here at Gilman Lumber Mill. If you go to any train station or the trading post down here, if you go to White Springs down in the mall area, they have what's called medical dispensers, and you can buy chems in those medical dispensers using caps. You can also do it that way as well. And that's if you're really desperate. Okay, if you're where you go, you can't find chems to save your life, and you don't want to craft them, you could definitely do it that way. You just use your caps, right? So FYI. Another thing you can do is you can craft your chems. Of course, you're going to need a chemistry workbench. Now, the chemistry workbench you learn very early on in game. As soon as you come out of Vault 76, you make your way down to Flatwoods. You come down here to the tavern, and you become a responder. There's a couple kiosks down there. There's a couple really early on quests, and you'll get the workbench, the chemistry workbench plan for that, right? FYI. And sometimes we can find the chemistry workbench plan right up here at the Red Rocket, right up here. Or sorry, the train station, at Morgantown Station. Alright, so FYI. Alright, let's check our chemistry station here, just so I can show you. I don't like that animation. We go down here to healing. As you can see, we have Radtoad diluted ×2, 2 purified water, 1 bag of Radtoad. We have Stimpak diluted ×2, 2 purified water, and 1 Stimpak. So you can definitely craft it, okay, as long as you have the full version. We create these diluted versions, okay? Now we do have a perk card that will help us out with that, and it will double our results with the same requirements. We open up our perk cards here. It'll be under intelligence. It's called chemist. You get double quantity when you craft chems, right? And of course, under luck, anytime you do craft anything, we do have what's called super duper. Now you do get this card a little bit later on, but even if you have a level 1 or level 2, it's definitely still going to work. Level 3, when you craft anything, there's a 30% chance you can double results. Let's go ahead and put that bad boy on. There you go. Let's head back to our chemistry station here. Back down here to healing, and you're going to see what happens. So now instead of 2, we got 4. But it's the same requirements, right? And that is what the chemist perk card does, right? Let's go ahead. We're going to craft some diluted here. Let's go ahead and we'll craft 3 of them. So there we go, 20 for 20. So even though we get way more than what we needed. So we heard that thunder and lightning sound. That is the super duper card kicking in, and plus the chemist perk card really did us a big favor there. All right, so just an FYI that you can definitely do it that way as well. You know, because most of us will have Stimpaks and Radtoad on us. You just collect some of the diluted versions by crafting your own. You don't even have to leave your camp. Just don't forget to put your perk cards back. Find where my perk cards are. There we go. Let's get through here, Jimmy. There we go. Can't forget about that bad boy. There we go. Awesome. Okay, what is next here? Alright, let's go ahead and harvest a wild plant or fungi. So we have wild plants and fungi all over the place. We have glowing fungus in around any kind of river system and such. We have brain fungus in around the mire, in around the sundew grove areas of this cranberry bog. Okay, brain fungus right over here at the abandoned waste dump. Did that one for our daily challenge. Many types of flora in around the forest area, especially if you come up here, the way we're just across the stream, all kinds of flora make your way across the road here. Glowing fungus is involved there as well. A bunch of glowing fungus down here in Nuke World on tour. It's a free fast travel. If you pop into the Tunnel of Love, you don't have to wait for that event to go on. You just pop right in. There's all kinds of glowing fungus there, so you could definitely do it that way as well. And of course, we have all kinds of corn up here, Silva Homestead, all kinds of razor grade down here by Billings Homestead. We have Coppleton Farm, pretty good spot. We have a bunch of unmarked farms down here along this road down here. Okay, bunch of pumpkins down there, and etc. And of course, we have the good old General Steakhouse, pretty good little patch behind there as well. So there's many options to harvest wild plants or fungi. Okay, so let's go over here to the Silva Homestead here. And we're going to now, we've been coming here quite often the last couple of days, so I think the corn is pretty much picked over, maybe a couple plants, but what we're going to do is we're going to run down the road to the Billings Homestead. There's a lot more razor grain down here, so let's pop down here. Shut this light off here. Of course, it is nighttime when I'm playing the game, because it's just the way it is. Whether it's Fallout 4 or New Vegas or whatever I'm playing, it's always dark. For some reason, it just happens to be traveling at nighttime. Alright, now anytime you are harvesting plants, there's a perk card that'll help you out. Our card is under perception and is called Green Thumb, so reap twice much when harvesting flora. Okay, so this one here is not really going to so much help us unless we're collecting brain fungus. So, you know, instead of one, we pick up two, but we're only going to get credit for one for daily challenges unless it's brain fungus, because then when you pick up two, you get credit for two. Why that is, I have no idea why that is. So if you'd rather go after brain fungus to save yourself a little bit of time, you can definitely do that if you so wish. So let's go ahead. We're just going to collect a bunch of razor grain here. Now there is usually a cooldown associated with picking these plants. So if you ever do come here, and this is all kind of picked over, and you stay on the server, I believe it's about 10-15 minutes cooldown. And if you come back, these will just sporadically, you know, be able to harvest them again. Right? So it's something to kind of keep... you know, keep watch out for. But as you can see, we're getting quite a bit of razor grain, but we're only getting credit for one each. So but there's a lot of razor grain here. As you can see, there we go. Harvest wild plant or fungi, and crops are definitely one of them. Let's see how many razor grain we actually got there. 74, right? But that's that perk card, Green Thumb, kicking in. All right. What's next here? Alright, kill human enemy 30. So human enemies, we're thinking about blood eagles, we're thinking about cultists, thinking of communists, so we have this type of icon here, cultists right here, okay? Of course, this type of icon here, we have blood eagles. Okay, so there's many great spots in around the forest area you can kind of go after. We have the crosshair, Twin Pine cabins, of course we have good old Point Pleasant, Hunter's Ridge, many great spots for these nice lower areas. We have, of course, the Blood Eagle Alley, like we call it. Start up here at the Sludge Works. You just make your way up through this little alleyway here. And as you can see, all the different Blood Eagle icons that's popping up there, so that's pretty good. Of course, we have Communists right down here, Camp Liberty. Okay, so it depends on where you go, but it's, you know, you can choose where you decide. Let's pop into Point Pleasant here today. We'll get pretty close to 30 here, just here alone. So let's pop into here. Harvest the wild plants and fungi is going to catch up anyway here soon. Alright, let's go ahead here. Gosh, I can't believe how... here we are again in the dark. Unreal. Alright. As you kind of go along, you'll see the Stimpaks that we're picking up here too, so you could incorporate those two at the same time. But I like to kind of show you, not just explain ideas for you guys, these challenges. Just give you guys as many options as possible. What's going on here? You kill a human enemy, yeah? Level 30. I didn't see it pop up there, so let's keep going. Okay, there we go. They popped up that time. That's weird how the other one didn't pop up. Sure it counted, but... There we go. it's so tricky, especially after an update. I find updates change a lot in the game. And of course, you know, we don't really find out until we start playing the game. It's just like, wow, all this stuff changed, and you know, there's absolutely no mention of it anywhere. Just like how, you know, all my settings here are all different. And hopefully, but as you can see, there's all kinds of chems around here. See the Stimpaks are picking up off these guys. I'm sorry, guys. So funny. These guys just keep coming. And it's like, whatever, guys. Whatever. Oh, my lord. See, like, almost every cultist seems to have a, oh wow, seems to have some sort of Stimpak on them, so you can quickly come here and finish off a couple dailies, no problem at all. Let's go over here for a second. Oh, can't even reach him. Oh, I did get him. Keep going here. Head over to the church. We'll deal with those guys later. Of course, if I had my light on, everyone and their dog would know where I'm at. Somebody else in here? I didn't think so. Hop over here real quick. Huh.
To my final reward.
That's actually not too bad, 30. Where did that come from? Here.
Time to take my place.
You can see quite a few guys here. Another machine gun. Huh. Awesome. Yeah, pretty good spot here. Good old Point Pleasant for many great things. Let's go ahead. I'm going to finish this off at Twin Pine Cabins just over here. All we need is a couple of Blood Eagles here and good to go. Good to go. It's funny, during the daily challenge videos, like dark time too, and it's just like, and I was even on public server. Just like it's permanently dark. I don't know if they meant to do that or what. It just seems odd. Oh, it's just like... There you go. Kill a human enemy. Finally. Wow. As you can see, Blood Eagle's another good source of... And as well, chems. Stimpaks. Yeah, human enemy is definitely where it's at for Stimpaks. If you're a low level and you're low on Stimpaks, I've definitely been there before. We've all been. And you can definitely go after human enemies. Alright, what's next here? If it gets light out here soon, holy. Oh my lord. Alright, let's head back to... actually, let's go down here to the White Spring Mall. Just go, so if you go down the mall, you can go to this entrance here too, but there's 2 loading screens. But if you come right here to the White Spring North entrance, you go right inside, it just brings you right downstairs to the mall. It just saves you another loading screen, basically. Alright, so there's a couple things we can do here for this one here. Sell a weapon to an NPC vendor 15. So you can go ahead and sell a weapon, ones that you find when you pick up off enemies. So we definitely had all kinds of room to pick up enemies, weapons off of those cultists and those blood eagles. So definitely the way to do it. But the only thing with that is you can get overweight pretty quick, right? But you could definitely do it that way. You just kind of got to go back and forth. So an NPC vendor is basically any robot vendor on any train station will do. Even down here at the mall, any robot vendor down here. We have a robot vendor right here in good old Flatwoods, even in that white church. You have good old Duchess right up here at the Wayward. Our camps, get visited by traveling merchants. Are also vendors, NPC vendors. This legendary exchange. So if you have weapons that are legendary, when you exchange them in this legendary machine, this is also considered an NPC vendor, believe it or not, right? We've proven that out there many times before. Let's go ahead. We're going to go to our weapons workbench here. We're going to go ahead and go craft. If we go down here to throwing weapons, we have these throwing knives here. So throwing knives you learn very early on in the game, right out of the gate. So this is the default plan. As long as you have the steel, right? Let's go ahead. We're going to craft 15 of these bad boys. I think it's 15 we have to craft. We have to sell anyway. Back out here. Let's check. Weekly's gem. Yeah, 15. So sell a weapon to an NPC vendor. We're going to sell these throwing knives to good old Frederick here.
Are you ready for the thrill and excitement of life in a post-apocalyptic
There we go. Sell a weapon to an NPC vendor, 15 for 15, done just like that. And again, throwing knives is a default plan you'll learn at the very beginning of the game. As long as you have the steel, you can craft. Okay? Or if you're going after the spooky Scorched, and you have a bunch of legendary weapons, you go to a legendary exchange at any train station down here at the mall, the trading post. You can go ahead and exchange them for script, or the rusty pick, I guess, too. And you'll also, that also counts, right? Also counts as sell a weapon to an NPC vendor. Right, what's next here? All right. Let's go ahead and complete event 3. So if you check the bottom of the description, you'll come across a link to a video called Complete Events for Newbies. You don't have to be a newbie to watch that video. Basically, in that video, that's all timestamped. We do quite a few of events that I spawned in myself. Now, you can spawn in events most certainly on both types of servers, public ones and private ones. Now, the only thing that makes it hard on public servers is you don't know when that event had spawned in last. There's a cooldown associated with it, but you guys have definitely seen me spawn in events on public servers many a times, okay? And just in case you guys are having issues finding events, because I've definitely been on servers and just kind of look around. There's like, how come there's no events going on, okay? And that's why I made that video, just to kind of help people. You can spawn in events on your own if you so wish. At the end of the day, you can always claim a workshop, and you go ahead and defend that workshop maybe about 3 minutes later after claiming it, and that's also considered completing an event also. Let's pop down here to Mount Blair Train Yard, and we'll see if we can spawn in BattleBot. As you can see, the server that I'm on, there's not a whole lot going on. Alright, so as you can see, we spawn this in ourselves. This cat here. Yell Fusion Core. What in the world is he doing? Oh, is that a rat stag down there? There we go. Fusion core. Jeepers. It's gonna explode here in a sec. Right, we're gonna go over here and get this guy here. Just get him in the old thruster. And make sure you take the bunker card. Another guy up here. He's gonna have another bunker card on him. Okay, just get him in the old thruster. Right, so when you have those bunker cards, you're going to go right down here to the bunker. This is kind of glitched. These doors are supposed to be closed, but even though they swing open, we can't do anything with this master shutdown. We still have to go through the paces and swipe the cards. And you just take your time, basically. You just activate, you block, you don't run. You might have to practice it a few times. You come over here and spam it. So we only have about 3 or 4 seconds. It's very time sensitive, but once when you do it a couple times, you'll get used to it. And go ahead, hit your master shutdown. There we go. There's an event done just like that. Trigger bombs in there. Beautiful. Alright, let's go ahead and go do another event here. Let's pop up here. I'll go out here to the Voltec Agricultural Research Center, which is right down here in Flatwoods. We'll see if we can spawn in fertile soil. Let's go ahead and do it. Right, there's fertile soil. This is probably one of the first events you do in the game as a brand new player.
And tip down their supervisors. Once they're dealt with, you'll have to reset the server.
And again, you can go ahead and take your time if you so wish. I'm just kind of short on time because of the maintenance break did me dirty a little bit. You can make your way up these stairs if you so wish. You don't need a jetpack to get up here. You can just go in this door here. Or you can go ahead and just kind of go through that little fun house there and take care of all those robots. Robots are a good source of many great items, especially if you are lower level.
Good job.
They will definitely help you out.
To the Ag Center and get to the mainframe. You need to reset the front hand target.
Take care of these ghouls here.
Be careful.
That's right there. Alright, go to our computer right here. Just like that. There's another event done. Alright, let's pop here to good old Grafton. And we can spawn in either Protest March or Grafton Day. We're actually spawning here in Grafton Station. Mine's better to spawn in down here. If you spawn in the other end, you have to go through all those super mutants. But either way, the event, one of the 2 events will spawn in for you. And again, if you are on a server with other people, a public server, you know, you can spawn these in yourself. Again, it's just a little cooldown. You don't know when they were spawned in last, so just an FYI if they don't spawn in for you. Okay, let's go right into Grafton here. Protest March, okay, let's keep going here.
Attention, this is Grafton's mayor with a priority message. Workers are planning an illegal protest here in Grafton.
And when you come to Protest March, it's always this area. Now we're going looking for these Scorched right here. Now the super mutants that are here, they just happen to be here anyway, okay? But we're not really after the super mutants, we're after the Scorched. And then there's a little second wave, there might be a couple of robots as well, but just an FYI. What in the world? Now we see that counting down from 30 minutes, basically almost 29 now, but it's not going to take us that full time. Right, just an FYI, is, I've completed this in about 3 minutes before, just by myself. And the little floater there, pretty good. Right, we're on the second wave here now. There's the robots in the second wave. ones here. Now sometimes you will have to come this way here, but normally you don't. I'm just kind of doing this just so I can grab some stuff. So there's our third event, just like that, guys. Nice and easy. If you have Grafton Day, even better. Holy gosh. Alright, go over here. I believe we have one left. Let's take a look here. Let's check. Yeah, okay, there we go. Big list here today. Deal critical hit to a Radtoad 5. Okay, so Radtoads we can find right here in good old Grafton. Alright, so we're going to do a critical hit on them. Alright, now depending on the weapon that you have, some weapons will have legendary effects where you can do a critical hit very quickly. Alright, so a critical hit, we actually have to fill a meter. Okay, and then we can perform a critical hit first, right? So a lot of people don't understand how critical hits work, but I have a bunch of videos out there showing you how to do it, and we do it all the time, all right? So there's our first victim here, so let's go up here and stay in a mode here, all right? Let's see if we can pick one guy out. All right, so you see that crit meter in the middle? You see how it's full, okay? So you see the bottom of the screen is how it says critical, and it has that Y, which is flashing. So whatever console or platform that you're on, it'll be maybe a different button, but on the Xbox, it's Y, okay? So this is telling me that I can perform a critical hit, right? So what you can do is you can hit the Y button. When you do that, the screen is going to flash white real quick. And then you hit the fire button, okay? Now, if you happen to have a 2-shot, and if you're lucky enough, you can actually score 2 critical hits on an enemy with a 2-shot. You guys have seen me do that many times with my 2-shot handmade, okay? Now, once when the crit meter is empty, it's going to take some time to get that crit meter full again. Okay, so we can either look at the screen in the middle, but sometimes it pops up really fast, but that's why there's an audible alarm. And it sounds like a little bloop sound, right? When you hear that bloop sound, that's how you know you can do a critical hit, right? So we can do a critical hit, so we can go ahead. So you see, when I hit that white button, the screen flashed. Let's go for the torso here. Right, so now we need to fill that crit meter. Get another critical hit. Pretty lucky there. Pretty lucky. Let's go this way. There's a couple more Radtoads over here. This is probably one of the best spots for the Radtoads. I believe if you do tea time, there might be some Radtoads that pop up to that. So as you can see, our crit meter isn't fully full. So let's get a shot off this guy. Alright, so you hear the blip sound, so we can do a critical hit. Hit the critical button. Fill our crit meter again. That's all you have to do. Just take your time. Don't rush it too much, okay? Now I'm doing this with a fully automatic weapon, so I just hit the button, you know, just nice and light. This is probably one of the best spots for these Radtoads. Okay, so there's an audible alarm. There we go. Deal critical hit to a Radtoad, just like that. Just like that, guys. I think we're done. So weekly challenges. 39, we'll call it 40 minutes. Let's take a look here. So again, these ones here are going to be repeatable, or this one here is going to be repeatable. Alright, so Spooky Scorched again. Very similar to Festive Scorched, same area. So if you watch that Festive Scorched video I made about 2 months ago, took you to 23 locations, it's all timestamped. You go to those same locations and you'll find Spooky Scorched there. It's the exact same thing. Okay, don't forget to pick up your mystery candy to put in your candy bowl. Don't forget to pick up your legendary item so you can scrap, possibly get a mod off it, possibly. Cross your fingers. And don't forget to pick up your treat bag, your spooky treat bag, and that's will have the plans in it, right? FYI. And these guys here will be done through the next couple of days, all right? So FYI on that. Yeah, rock and roll. There you guys go. Actually, I almost forgot. Let's pop down here to my camp here real quick. I almost forgot, see? A lot going through this mine right now as I'm in a big rush trying to get this done before I head to work. Working the night shift. 12-hour night shift. Whoa. So I've been asked lately to kind of go through what weapon I have. So the weapon I use here today in this video, the same one I used yesterday and today's daily video, not that, it's this here, Gorbon Suppressed Submachine Gun. Damage increases up to 24% as you fill your hunger and thirst meters. Currently 12% because I'm not well fed right now. Projectiles explode for plus 20% weapon damage, 100% faster movement speed while aiming, plus 60% armor penetration. Yep, that's right. Armor piercing receiver, short light barrel, recoil compensating stock, medium quick eject drum, reflect sight dot, suppressor. Of course, there's no appearance. I can't find any paid for this bad boy. And of course the perk cards. And perk cards are real simple, guys. There's no oh my gods or anything like that. Just under perception. Master Commando maxed, Expert Commando maxed. We got suppressor here. What else we got here? Culvert Operative, White Knight. Yeah, nothing real special here for perk cards for me. Legendary perk cards, I've had these guys for quite some time. Of course, they're almost all maxed out, and the only reason why that is because the last couple of seasons I made it far past the level 150, so I was able to get all kinds of tickets. I used it to buy the perk coins, and that's how I was able to max these bad boys out, so just an FYI. Yeah, so there you guys go now. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, and share when you have the chance. It really helps me out. I'd like to thank my channel members, Artistically Arranged, Boogaloo Bronson, Michael Edwards, Nigel Wiffen, Heather, Whitetribe, Robco, Mr. Shelton, Drake Stamps, Mr.Prince, Not Me But Me, Yes Me That's Me, G33K. Thank you all so very much, and I hope you all have a nice day.